Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is another Spider-Man theatrical release film, and this is quite different because this is the first animated Spider-Man film. And another reason why it's different is because this film primarily focuses on Miles Morales. That's right, this character is finally on the big screen, and as you know, he is bitten by a radioactive spider, and there is this machine which allows another parallel universe to sort of form, and other spider people come out of that parallel universe, and so all the spider people must team up to take down the villain, who is Kingpin. I gotta say, I idolized Spider-Man. I grew up watching this character. I love this character. I love the Sam Raimi films, including Spider-Man 3. Yes, that's right, you heard that completely right. Spider-Man 3, I like it. I did not love the Mark Webb films, the Amazing Spider-Man films at all. Homecoming was a great film, but that was an MCU film, so I wouldn't really classify that as a Sony film because they sort of crossed over, I guess. But this film, naturally, I was very excited about it because not only do I love Spider-Man, but I love animation as well. But I was careful though, I was very cautious. I was careful because I don't want to get my hopes too high. Guys, I love this film. It's no easy way to say this. I loved this film. This film did everything for me. I was completely blown away by this film. This is the best Spider-Man film since Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Is it better than Spider-Man 2? This film is fantastic. If you have even the little amount of love for superhero films or just well animated films, go see this film. I order you to go see this film. From start to finish, it's just very entertaining. I feel like this film had very fleshed out characters. There was more to the narrative, and the storytelling of the film was very original and unique. But at the same time, I feel like this film is very easy to mess up. It's very, very easy to mess up, but they did not do that because there are so many characters and storylines that could have been very complicated. But this film is so tidy and so cohesive. and extremely funny. I mean, the humor is so great in so many ways that it just surprises me all the time. And I was rolling in the theater. This film found such unique ways of introducing characters. I think you know what I'm talking about, but it's just hilarious every time they do it because the backstory makes up for it all. The storytelling is so funny. The script and the story is so well written that every single time there's some sort of line, there's some sort of new character or whatever, it's just so interesting. But the way they do it with the animation, it is all just perfect. But this film does not shy away from being emotional as well. Miles' character is very appealing and very relatable because the relationship with his father, it's not really great. You know, because of that, he results in hanging out with his uncle more. He likes to do graffiti. He's that sort of teenager, and he just doesn't have a great bond with his father. And honestly, I teared up towards the end of the film because it was so emotionally satisfying. So there was that emotional response that I felt in the film. The soundtrack is really, really good. The songs that are in this film, we actually see Miles' character listening to because those are the types of songs that a teenager would listen to, and it fits really, really well. So I'm actually quite excited for the soundtrack. Some say that the animation of the film, it takes away the fun, or it really affects the film. I completely disagree. I feel like the animation made it so much better and so much more unique, so much more different. And that's the thing that we definitely need from Sony, especially Sony. You know, I can't really say much, but the Amazing Spider-Man films really let me down. They really, really let me down. And I feel like Sony's really got back up to it and really has finally listened to the people because this is exactly what we want to see. And like I said, the animation is just enticingly gorgeous. This film actually feels like a comic book itself. I'm talking about every type of way. The transitions of the film, every single time the scene goes to another scene, it's like a page. When you flip over a page and you turn to the next page, it's like that. That actually is in the film to go to the next scene, which is just so cool, and I just love that. There are a lot of speech marks and speech bubbles in the film that actually do feel like a comic book when a person says some sort of dialogue or a sound effect or whatever. That's actually in the film, and that provides more humor, a more different type of humor, which I just love, which is so different and so unique that it just stood out to me, and I couldn't help but laugh in the theater. I thought it was so cool and so funny. This film is everything that I want it to be, and it's nothing like I expected. It really isn't. But however, there is one particular issue that I did pick out, and it's the villain. It is the villain. At the same time, I do understand why they went towards this direction. I feel like the villain of this film, Kingpin, was slightly underdeveloped, because it's a very similar issue that we find in most superhero films that are also great. But with this one, I do understand as to why they went towards that direction. I feel like, although I am arguing the fact that it could have been more developed, they could have had more emotion towards his character, but at the same time, there are other characters in this film. And obviously, there are so many characters in the film that I understand why most of the focus was sort of shifted away from Kingpin. So I absolutely understand that, and I will let that slide. So despite all this, I love this film, and I'm going to give this film a perfect 5 out of 5 score. It's great. Guys, go see this film. Go watch this film. I do understand why some people would say that it's the best Spider-Man film. I thought about this quite a lot, and because there is a soft spot in my heart for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, I love that film. It's one of my all-time favorite films. That has to be my #1 Spider-Man film. This film is so great that it's just inspiring me to go back and watch all these other Spider-Man films and really study them. And I mean study them hard. And I want to study them all. I want to just talk about all the Spider-Man films and give you guys a full 6-7 movie reviews of each Spider-Man film. So I'm very excited to do that. That should be a very challenging aim for me, and it should be fun. I can't wait to talk about it more. This is easily one of the best films of the year, and go see it. Treat yourself. I can't wait for you guys to go see this. I'm very excited for you guys to go see it, and put your thoughts about it in the link below, in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Thank you guys for watching. More of the videos coming soon, and thank you.